Celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month as the first Hispanic female county court judge in Pinellas County, Miriam Irizarry pressed for greater Hispanic representation on the bench. A native of Puerto Rico, she says having minority judges brings a sense of empathy and compassion that perhaps might not always be there. Irizarry says it was her mother who inspired her to become a lawyer.
And we are honoring our community. Make sure you tune in or set your DVR for our special Somos Tampa Bay, which means we are Tampa Bay, to see the history, growth, and impact of the Hispanic community here in our area. You can catch that October 7th at 3:30 p.m. right here on 10 Tampa Bay.
All right, guys, here we go. Let's talk about it. We've got Tropical Depression number 9. That's Invest 98L that has been upgraded as of 5 o'clock this morning. And you can see it down there now in the central part of the Caribbean. It's actually the southern central part of the Caribbean, right about there. This is forecast. And if you think about it, the models were saying it's coming up and it comes across, which it started to do, and then it comes back up. If it can turn sooner and head back towards the north, it would actually be a little bit better for us because it may go even further to our south. But still, that is a long time now to be figured out. We've got 5 days for all that. You can see the data right now. We've got 35-mile-per-hour winds. Again, it gets to 40, it gets a name. We expect that to happen by this afternoon. Pressure's not terrible now at 1,006 millibars, but intensification is expected as we go through the rest of the afternoon. In fact, that's why obviously we'll get a name, we think, later today. So there's the center. Look where all the convection is away from the center. That's because we have a lot of shear coming in from the northeast. The center really sitting right in here, but it's just almost devoid of convection. We will not get a tropical storm until that changes. And so if this can catch up, I think what happens more than anything else is this center is moving out and away from the shear that's back over here. That'll happen later today. That'll allow some convection to build over that center, and that'll get it out of that shear that you see there in the blue. So that's the forecast for the rest of the afternoon into tonight. Here's the 5-day forecast from the Hurricane Center. We'll take you out to Saturday morning, Sunday morning. Well, by tonight, perhaps tropical storm, but certainly through the weekend. Monday morning, now it's a hurricane south of Cuba near Grand Cayman, right? That's actually Sunday night, Monday morning. And then here comes the turn, so it's Tuesday night into Wednesday as it approaches southwest Florida with about, right now, it's thinking 115-mile-per-hour winds. That would be a major hurricane. 111 and higher is considered a major hurricane. Now, the center, and what this cone means is that the center of the storm could fall anywhere in here. This is the average error that the Hurricane Center has had over the last 5 years. And so that if they get better over the last 5 years on average, that cone gets smaller. This is the day 5 error, that's the day 4 error, day 3 error, you get it, right? This has nothing to do with the effects of the hurricane. Where's the wind? Where's the rain? Obviously, most of that will be near the center, but this is just saying where the center we think it might go. Now, obviously, we're using these models to figure that out. The models have shifted a little bit back towards the right, and then look at the sharper turn coming in here. This is not good for us, especially Manatee and Sarasota County. If it came in further south, that would be better. If it went to the west, obviously that would be better. But the trend is for all of that to move a little bit more towards the east, and that would be a good thing. Now, as far as wind goes now, the yellow is tropical storm force winds, about 40 to about 55 mile per hour. The orange is 60 mile per hour winds. That will not likely happen until late Sunday night in the Caymans. But then after that, it will start to continue to, I don't want to say explode, but it will get a lot stronger. Here's a look at the comparison between the GFS model and the European model. You hear us talking about it all the time, right? The yellow is the European, the GFS is in white. Now, the GFS has done much better with Fiona. It appears now that the European is doing better with this particular storm. So this is 9 a.m. Tuesday morning. European has it getting off of Cuba. GFS has a stronger storm that went through the Yucatan Channel. Then as we get into, watch this, this is Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. The storm's already come across Marco, perhaps, South Florida, the Everglades for the European. The GFS is not what we want to see because that would be a big storm surge issue. The European wouldn't be at this time. That's the spread in just these two models. There's going to continue to be some movement in those models. So we can't, that's why we can't say exactly what we're going to get out of this because we just don't know at this time. But that will get clearer as we go through the next 2 days. So by Sunday afternoon especially, we're going to have a really good picture of what we expect and when. But we know we need to be prepared now. Let's go over to the weather board right now. I want to talk about this beautiful sky we've got out there. It is going to stay nice and dry for most areas the next couple of hours. There will be some showers developing today, but not a lot. 90 out there right now. The dew points come back up. Feels like it's 103 degrees. Those clouds you see to the north is part of a cold front. Yeah, but the front's actually going to stall right over top of us. There's no rain now, but that will try and spark 1 or 2 showers this afternoon. You can see them starting to fire up Pasco, Hernando, even Citrus County. Then down into Pinellas and Hillsborough by about 5:30, 6:30, 7:30 tonight. Then after that, almost everything falls apart. And then after that, we don't have much of a rain chance through the weekend. So we're looking really good. This is the forecast for this evening. You can see that 30 to 40% rain chance. This is saying that Tampa Airport gets rain close to about 5 o'clock, and that's actually pretty good. But the overall coverage is going to be about 30 to 40%. There's your weekend. It's 10% on Saturday, nice and dry, 90 degrees. It's going to be warm this weekend for sure. 20% on Sunday. Great time to get your hurricane kit ready to go. Walk around the house, maybe clear some things up. We're going to be in here all weekend long. We're going to keep you updated. The potential impacts would be Monday night, Tuesday, and Wednesday at this particular time, which means watches and warnings will likely be issued perhaps as early as tomorrow night, if not on Sunday afternoon. All right, guys, don't forget, we've got all kinds of great information on our website and on our YouTube page. It's a great idea to have your kits ready to go throughout the season. But if you need a little bit of help to kind of get them together, we've got a bunch of hurricane hack videos on our 10 Tampa Bay YouTube page. It kind of helps you get the house ready, get yourself ready. You can check them out right now. We'll be sharing them throughout the next, through the weekend as well. Great place to do it. So don't forget, you can catch the forecast on the radio as well. You can get it on 105.5 The Dove. 107.3, that's one of my favorites. WSRQ and Magic 94.9.
All right, thank you, Bobby. Now, as we reach the peak of hurricane season, the city of Tampa now has new safety measures to respond to severe storms. Now, this includes new weather stations throughout the city for Tampa Fire and drones for emergency crews so they can respond and assess damage. Now, the city is also part of AT&T's new FirstNet program, which gives public safety workers a reliable bandwidth to better communicate during a storm. And because flooding is always a threat, Mayor Jane Castor says stormwater teams are already taking preventative action.